Start recording. Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. It's about 5 minutes to 10 in the morning. We have launched on Lake Sonoma, the Rock Pile Road ramp. Weather forecast today was northwesterly winds 6 to 9 miles an hour. There's a fair amount of white caps, so it's blowing probably closer to 9. Choppy. And so what we're going to do today, the plan is to head south and then westerly up the Warm Springs arm of the lake, and we're going to try and get to the end of navigable water. Water's up about 9 inches over where it was on the 7th when we were up the Warm Springs arm before, and we're going to see if we can get even further upstream than we did last time. Not likely because of the particular conditions right where we had to stop last time, but we won't know until we get there and find out. Boat's bucking all over the place because there's quite a chop coming in from the wind coming down the dry creek arm, but we're going to get away from the dock here and get into calmer water directly. So here we go, moving west. Clear of the dock. Get this little rearview mirror adjusted where I can see the bow. I've got a rearview mirror on this staff that holds up the cell phone, but it's only good to keep me from running into big stuff, and I need the bicycle mirror for detail. Okay, we're clear of the point, and aiming so I won't hit the ridge pier. See the bottom end of the Rock Pile Road bridge, which we're about to pass under. Start recording. I wasn't sure whether the 360 camera was firing. There was so much noise with the wind and the boat bouncing all around on the dock, thumping and bumping, that when I gave the 360 camera the command, I wasn't sure that it heard me. I certainly couldn't hear its little chirp that it makes. There was one truck in the parking lot when I came in this morning, and didn't have a boat trailer behind it, but I noticed as I came down the ramp that there was a kayak out near the south end of the dam. Fishermen. I don't see anybody over there now. So might be that he has moved on in the same direction we're headed. I've got a potential problem here. I have these tie-down lines that I've got around the oars so that I don't lose an oar over the side, and I just replaced them. The old ones were so full of tallow from the leathers that they were sticking to the oars and getting jammed in the oar lock. So I replaced them, and all I had was some, it's like 3/16 inch line, and it's really too small. I should have gone to West Marine yesterday and gotten some 5/16 line, but since I've got to be at or want to be at Open Studio at the Federal Arts Center tonight, maybe I'll get off the lake early enough to stop on my way home and pick up some of the correct diameter line. Anyway, it's supposed to be only a high of 56 today, so it's supposed to be chilly, but the sun is very nice and warm. And now that I'm around the corner here on a basically a north-south leg of this arm of the lake, the wind's being blocked by the hills off to the west to my left, so the water's nice and smooth. And we're looking forward to a lovely day on the water. Need to lower my rearview mirror just a hair. That ought to do. Also, I need to get my jacket collar out of the way. There, now I can see out of the bicycle mirror. We rode this this same course on I can't remember what day it was. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Anyhow, the lake is up far enough now that there is water most of a mile past Sawmill Camp, and we went up Rancheria Creek last time we were here, probably almost 1,000 feet. I could have gone further except for all the brush was sticking up out of the water. And we'll probably take a turn up there just to see what it looks like, but I don't see much chance of us going any further than we did last time. I've been thinking and that I should set a timer when I turn the 360 camera on, because it if you just turn it on and let it run, it goes for 29 minutes and 1 second, and it shuts off for maybe 5 seconds or so, 10 seconds, and then it turns itself back on again. And sometimes that one video is all I want to publish, and so what happens is without my doing a final check-in and see you later, the camera just shuts off. And since I don't know how to edit and do a voiceover, it's kind of an abrupt ending, and I'd like to continue to try to polish my production skills for the Ragtime Billy Peaches website on YouTube. Right here the water's glassy. That little breeze there is up around where my head is. Going to turn the cell phone camera around so you can see where we've been. All right. And I updated my lake level chart last night. The water had come up 75 feet since December 9th, when it was at its very lowest. And I think it's right up around 445 feet, or approaching that elevation above sea level. And it's quite a delight to be rowing up high instead of being down in the bottom of the narrow, twisty canyon where you really can't see around at all. Passing the marina right now, and that big ketch that's in the marina now has always been anchored out. Finally have it moved into a dock. It looks like it's made out of ferro cement, and it looks like it's been a very, very long time since it sailed. maybe a long time before it ever got on this lake. It's missing parts of its rigging, and some of the parts that are still rigged look pretty iffy for handling a sailboat that big. I wonder if there's some place online that has the elevation, sea level elevation of the highest point in the bottom of the Rockpile Road bridge there, for sailboats to be able to gauge whether they can get under there or not without hitting it. On either end, next to the piers, doesn't look like the distance up to the bottom of the bridge structure is much more than 30 feet. Flock of Canada geese. I remember it was back in the late fall of 1967. We had moved to Chico, and we're renting a little cottage right out on the Sacramento River west of Chico. And it was nighttime, and I had gone out to the car to get something out of the car, and it was well below freezing, and there was a coating of ice, frozen frost on the trees. There was just a little bit of a breeze blowing, just enough to move the boughs of the trees just a little bit. And you could hear all this tinkling sound, like little bells of the ice cracking as the branches moved. And there was a mostly full moon up, and I was standing there listening to the sound of the little tinkling bells, and I heard some geese, Canada geese, talking. And I had never seen a live Canada goose. And I looked up, and there was a flight of them that flew right across in front of the moon. And I got goosebumps. I had seen pictures and heard descriptions, but I'd never seen anything like that before. And it was just magical. And I had left the corporate world with McDonnell Douglas aircraft in Santa Monica and moved to this little town where I wanted to raise my kids. And when I looked up and saw those geese, when I heard them and saw them, I knew I had made the right decision in walking away from all that. It was an affirmation of my choices that I'd made. Quite different going from wearing a three-piece suit and living in working in the head shed of that company to working for a civil engineering company where everybody wore khakis and muddy boots, and the company had a garage full of trail bikes because most of their survey crews were way back in the mountains, where at the end of the road you still had 12 or 15 miles to go to get to your base camp, and if you didn't have a bike, you walked. So the company had all these little Honda 50s. That was certainly different than attending meetings with company officers and discussing fabric patterns for drapes and carpets and furniture and wallpaper and paneling and all that kind of stuff. It was like going from this quite magical place and being dumped into the real world where my lunch bag fell off the thwart. It startled me because I thought we'd hit something. Anyhow, I've been so fortunate that for all the ups and downs in my life, it led to me building this boat and going out on these waters and just rowing. I need to reorganize what little schedule I have and come out here and row and camp for 3 or 4 days. I haven't done that in, golly, it's been nearly 3 years. And this would be the time of year to do it before the place starts filling up with the summer crowd. It's getting down to freezing at night out here, and the days are cold enough that even on Sunday you saw some fishermen, but you didn't see any water skiers. Anyhow, I'm just burning up battery on the cell phone, so I'm going to flip the camera around for catch you all later, and I'll turn this back on when something interesting happens. Not exciting, but interesting.